Algebra 1, Chapter 7.4, Exercise 17 through 13. This builds onto the exercise set 1 through 16. Find each sum or difference. I'm going to do the odd number problems in this set. And I'm going to rewrite this. We're going to combine like terms, and here we have subtraction. So I'm going to rewrite this 11 plus 4b squared in parentheses as 4b squared plus 11. So that's just rewriting this expression in parentheses to put the highest power variable out front. And then for this second set of terms, we're going to have minus 3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write that in order too. I'm going to put minus 6d squared, which is going to be plus 6d squared, and then minus 3. And then we're going to combine like terms. I'm going to put out first 4b squared, and next I'm going to take the d squared term and write this as plus 6d squared, and finally 11 minus 3, which is going to be plus 8. And so why did I put the 4b squared in front of the 6d squared? Well, just because of convention. When you just to choose, you usually conventionally are going to want to have the highest number in an order in the alphabet first, in that order. It's just conventional, just looks better that way. Next odd number problem, 19. I'm going to rewrite this in the first set of parentheses as we have minus 4y cubed, or you say y to the third power, and then minus y, and then plus 10. No rewriting done for this first set of 3 terms. And then we have the second set of 3 terms in the second set of parentheses. So we're going to put minus 4y cubed and minus 3y squared. And then we have minus 7, which is going to end up being plus 7. And then combining like terms, we have negative 4y cubed minus 4y cubed. That's going to be negative 8y cubed. And so that takes care of that. And we have a y squared term, minus 3y squared. So that takes care of that. And we have a y term by itself, which is minus y. And finally 10 plus 7, and 10 plus 7 is plus 17. All right, that's number 19. Next odd number problem, 21. We're going to take this first set of 3 terms in this first set of parentheses and rewrite this as 3x squared plus 8x plus 4, and then we have, distributing this minus in the second set, we have minus 5x squared, and then minus 4, which is going to be plus 4, and then combining like terms, we have 3x squared minus 5x squared, which is going to be negative 2x squared. And the next thing we have to account for is this x here, and that's going to be 8x plus 8x. And finally we have this 4 plus 4, just the numbers, we have plus 8. So that's going to be number 21 worked out. Now the next odd number problem we have here, geometry. The measures of 2 sides of a triangle are given. If P is a perimeter, find the measure of the third side of the third side. So we have perimeter equals 7x plus 3y. Well, I'm going to take a little liberty here. I'm going to call this side here in the diagonal down below, I'm going to call this side 1. On the right, I'm going to call this side 2. And the unknown side up here we're trying to find, I'm going to put side 3 as S3. So our perimeter is going to be equal to side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. And we want to solve for side 3. What we're going to do is we're going to need to subtract side 1 and side 2 from both sides of the equation. So side 1 minus side 1 minus side 2. And these will cancel here. So our side 3 is going to be equal to P minus side 1 minus side 2. And so let's go ahead and we'll put side 3, which is what we're trying to find. We're going to take our perimeter here, and I'm going to wrap this perimeter in parentheses. We have 7x plus 3y minus, I'm going to put side 1. Well, side 1 is down here below. I put x minus 2y and minus side 2, which is minus 2x plus 3y. And now side 3 is going to be equal to, I'm just going to rewrite this perimeter 7x plus 3y. And then we have this minus x. So minus x minus negative 2y is going to be plus 2y. And then we have minus 2x minus 3y. So let's go ahead and write this out. Side 3, we have 7x minus x minus 2x. 7 minus x minus 2x. That's going to be, let's see, 4x. 7 minus 1 is 5. 7 minus 1 is 6. Minus another 2 is 4. So we're going to have 4x. And then 3y plus 2y minus 3y. So this 3y and minus 3y, they will cancel each other. And so we're just left with the 2y. So we have plus 2y. So that will be our answer. Side 3 equals 4x plus 2y. All right, number 24 is a similar type of problem. So I want you to just, if it helps you, go back and look at 23. It might give you a little guidance on an approach to problem 24. Next on problem 25, find each sum or difference. Okay, here we have the variables a, b, and c inside each set of parentheses. So I'm going to rewrite this here. The first set is 3a plus 2b minus 7c. And then for the second set, we're going to distribute that plus sign to all terms inside. I'm going to rewrite these in a little bit of order here. Plus, we have this minus 4a plus 6b, and finally this plus 9c, and then we're going to have this last set inside parentheses. I'm going to put plus negative 3a, so that's going to be minus 3a, and then we have plus negative 2b, that's going to be minus 2b, and finally this plus negative 7c is going to be minus 7c. Now you can do this to your own particular liking, but I like to go ahead and rearrange these in proper order. It just helps me keep, I feel, better track of things. So first the A's, we have 3A minus 4A minus 3A. Well, I happen to notice these two sets of 3A minus 3A will cancel each other. So what we're left with is minus 4A. Now we'll go ahead and gather the B's. We have 2B plus 6B minus 2B. Well, this 2B minus 2B are going to cancel each other, and we're just going to have left plus 6B. And finally, what we're going to have is so we've accounted for these two things here, 7C, or negative 7C, plus 9C, minus 7C. Well, these, in this case, the C's aren't going to cancel each other, so we're going to have negative 7C plus 9C, that's going to be 2C. 2C minus 7C will be minus 5C. Okay, I think that's going to be right. Let me double check that one. So this is going to be 7C minus 7C. This is going to be negative 14C plus 9C. Yeah, it's going to be minus 5C. So that is our answer, number 25. Number 27. Again, another find each sum or difference. We're going to have this, rewrite this first set as outside parentheses 3y squared minus 8. And then we're going to distribute the plus sign in the second set here. So plus 5y plus 9. And finally the minus here. Distribute to these three terms inside set of parentheses. We have minus y squared minus 6y, and finally plus 4 minus negative 4. So combining like terms, first thing we're going to look at is the y squareds. We have 3y squared minus y squared, which is going to be 2y squared. Then we have the y's, so we have 5y minus 6y, which is going to end up being minus y. And finally we have negative 8 plus 9 plus 4. Well, negative 8 plus 9 is 1, plus 4, that's going to be plus 5. And I like a lot of times putting a check mark up here to keep track of everything. You can see there are a lot of terms to be collected, and the check mark helps me check off these terms as they are used as we go. Okay, number 29. For exercise 2930, use the following information from 1995 to 2004. The number of indoor movie screens I and total movie screens T in the United States could be modeled by the following equations, where N is the number of years since 1995. It says find an equation that models the number of outdoor screens. Well, the total movie screens T is going to be equal to, I'm going to put this order, it's going to be equal to the indoor screens plus the outdoor movie screens D, so plus D. And we want to find what D is. So D, if we subtract I from both sides of the equation, D is going to be equal to T minus I. And so in this case, D is equal to T, which would be negative 193 N squared plus 2616N plus 27,793 minus I. Well, that's going to be minus, and I'm sort of running out of room, so I'm kind of writing it down here like this. So minus I, put minus negative 194.8 n squared plus 2,658 n and finally plus 26,933. Okay, that's all of that. So our D is going to be equal to, we have negative 193n squared minus negative 194.8, which is going to end up being plus 1.8 n squared, and then we're going to have a 2,616, and it'll be minus 2,658 n. So this will be 2,616 minus this 2,658. Let's make sure that's right. Yeah, it's a minus there. So basically what you have is you're going to get a negative number here. One way of doing this is rewriting this. You can rewrite this as 2658 minus 2616, and just that'll be the negative version of that. So 8 minus 6 is 2, 5 minus 1 is 4, so that's going to be 42. That'll be 42n. That's going to be minus 42n. And finally we have this 2,000, I'll write this over on the left here, 27,793 minus 26,933, and that's going to be 0, 9 minus 3, 6. We have this 7. Well, I'm going to borrow this one here, make this 6, and make this one here 17. 17 minus 9 is 8, so that's going to be 860. So there's an 860 difference there between those two. Let's go ahead and write that out. Yeah, I think that's right. Plus 860. So I'm not 100% sure of the arithmetic there, but that looks pretty okay to me. And then for number 30, the same thing. Okay, if the trend continues, how many outdoor screens will there be in 2010? You can go back here and take the work here and plug in 2010. I think that's going to be, is it 15? Yeah, plug in 15. Anyway, that's it. I hope this has been helpful to you. Good luck, and thanks for viewing.